What a garbage game. That was genuinely, that was the worst game of the season. I wouldn't call it the biggest loss. I think the last loss was the worst loss in terms of biggest loss of the season. But this, like, they played like garbage. We sucked so bad you'd think we were Riley Reed. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. I don't. This is the only game this season, and probably for most, because I'll sit through a blowout game, but this is the only game of the season I couldn't finish. They got the fifth goal, another shorthanded goal, because, just why not power play? I mean, Jake Gardner was worthless on the power play. And yeah, I don't even know where to begin. You know what? Let's begin with the power play. The best power play in the league, my ass. What happened? All of a sudden, the past 5 games, our power play has decided to grow cold. I don't know what they're smoking, but I would like some of what the power play's smoking, because it's been the power play's been progressively getting worse as the season goes on. We used to have the best power play in the league. It's not even close anymore. I'm not confident in the power play going into the playoffs anymore, which is a shame because that's what I'm most worried about because of how many games our power play won us. It was lethal. Our power play was so good. And we give up multiple shorthanded goals. That's unacceptable. And both of them were Jake Gardner not being able to catch the guy off a turnover. So maybe I'm being too hard on Jake Gardner, but because he wasn't the one who turned it over. But I didn't see any hustle in him trying to get back really. And 5-on-5 was bad. It wasn't as bad as special teams. We gave up a shorthanded goal as well. I mean, it was 4-on-4, but our 4-on-4 was bad. Just anything other than 5-on-5, we didn't know what to do. It's that extra man on the ice or the missing man on the ice was just the Achilles heel for the Hurricanes because, Jesus. I mean, this was no one was really working that hard. It was pathetic all around. We're not winning the President's Trophy. I'm not even going to bother checking. Vegas has that on lock, whatever. If it turns out we won it, great. Don't deserve it. So, yeah, it was just, that game was bullshit. And there's not much else I can say. Hurricane of the game, it was between Fogel and Niederreiter for me. I didn't watch the last 19 minutes of the third period because the game's over. I got spoiled for me that the Predators won 5-0, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I mean, yeah, the game, the hopefully this is the only game for a while that I don't finish. Don't worry, I'll finish all the playoff games, but I mean, what else can you say there? But the good news is, guys, last game we got a chance to reset, and then it's playoff hockey. It's a completely different season. Nashville does know they can beat us, which is unfortunate, but it's a different season. I feel like Carolina were bigger this year. There's no reason we should be able to get out hit or anything. We're fast. I still think we win the series. Not as confident as I was before, to be honest, but new season, 4-day gap. Brendan Moore's a great coach, and a great coach can be able to get their team to recover from this game. So I'm not going to be too worried about it, even though this loss it's hard to be insanely positive, but I'm going to be positive for the rest of this. And here's why, because I'm still confident we're going to win. It's playoff hockey, and one thing that fan bases, I think, can forget is even when your team's in the playoffs, you got to enjoy it. Now, because being a Canes fan, I've been a Canes fan since probably 2004. Maybe 2006 is when I became a Canes fan growing up when I was 6 years old or when I was 4, somewhere in there. So, and as a Canes fan, I've learned, even when the team looks like they're on the way up, Carolina's on the way up. I know it's not going to be a long time or anything, but you still never know. So always remember when your team's in the playoffs, we're in the playoffs, let's enjoy it, okay? Because even I'm knocking on wood, so don't worry. But even worst case scenario, Nashville sweeps us or beats us in 5. I've knocked on wood, so we're good. it's better than not making the playoffs. And you could say, oh, no, 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 no. Trust me. As someone who's had my team not make the playoffs, I've said a million times when the joke about Washington being the second round team, even then, I was like, hey, I'd rather be Washington than not make the playoffs for a decade. So just remember, guys, enjoy it. I mean, if, there are going to be games where we could end up being very mad about the way the team played, and there's going to be games where we end up being very happy about the way the team played, and it legitimately makes our next 2 days until the next playoff game. It's just the way playoff is. Make sure we enjoy it. I think I'll be uploading my playoff predictions, which will be incredibly biased. And yeah, it's an exciting time to be a hockey team, bad game or not. I know Brindamore is going to do a good job recovering the Canes from this game. And I'll see you guys for the Stanley Cup playoffs, baby. We're in, that's the thing. As bad as this game is, I can't help but be happy because my team's about to be in the playoffs, it's always exciting. For the first time in franchise history, it's 3 years in a row, and I love to be able to say my team's in the playoffs. It's never going to get old. So I'll see you guys in the playoffs.